quick how-to video for the basics. So we're starting with an 800-meter track race. We're ready to start timing. You can see our first split point will be 400 meters, and we'll have splits at 400 and 800. I've got my full roster here, but I'm selecting just my female runners. And I'm going to make this really simple by showing one quick demo. Let's say that just Laura is racing. I can delete runners from my start before the race by simply clicking on them and either remove or keep. Since we want to have two racers, I'll keep them both. So we keep, and then when we have all the racers that are racing, one quick thing we can do as well is we see Faith listed here. Faith listed, then Laura. If Laura is my top runner and I expect her to come first, I can go to my team roster and I can move Laura up ahead of Faith by dragging, and we'll see Laura is now ranked ahead of Faith on my team roster list. And when I go here, Laura is listed first. This could be really helpful if you have big differentials for your team, especially in a cross-country race or a longer track race. So when the gun goes, I click start. I'm going to pretend that a 400 only takes about 10 seconds or 5 seconds. So here comes Laura. I split her. I see she has an 8-second split. Faith comes in with a 10-second split. And here they come for their final lap. And Laura has a 9-second split, 17-second total time. Faith has a 10-second split and is our final. So we hit, timing is complete. We hit continue here. It's just reminding us to end the race. Then we come down and end the race. Choose to save it. We give it a name. We're going to call it practice race. And I'll add 800 meters. And we'll click save. We go to see that result. We can see both the split time and the elapsed time for each lap. We can export this to a CSV. Do all the normal things you can do with exporting, like send it to a friend and all that sort of stuff. So that's how you would time a race and have it saved. And now we're ready to go for a new race. So some things in settings. You've got a link to our website for how-to videos. You set your activity type as track or cross-country. Then once that's done, you come down here, you can choose your event. On a 3,000 meter and a 1,500 meter, we've got that odd distance split that's not a full 400 meters. You can choose to have that at the beginning or at the end. So if it's at the beginning, you'd be timing at the finish line. If it's at the end, you'd be timing from wherever the start line is. So most folks are going to want to click to the beginning. So that's by clicking on this 400 meter button that you get that option. For indoor, you might be doing splits at 200. So again, in indoor, we're assuming all splits are done at the finish line because it just makes more sense for indoor. So we don't have that option, and it just assumes and puts the split point at the beginning for indoor. Got all our common distances, and then you also can select cross country. So if you select cross country, you get your cross country settings, 5K, 6K. We only split by the mile in cross country. Later on we might add kilometer splits if anyone wants it. And then you can enter your coach name and your key. This is for a future feature where you'd be able to share results in after a cross country race. You might have one person at 1 mile, another at 3, and another at 2, and you can share to combine those splits at the end. We'll have that in place by fall. Timer entry confirmation. You can play around with that. It just gives you a different confirmation, and you click twice to time a person when you have this on. We have it off by default, but especially in cross country, people might like that confirmation. So that's what we have. Teams here, we can add or import additional members. You can enter them like this, or you can import a CSV file. So that should give you a pretty good tour of the app. Reach out with any questions.